Hey guys, in this video, we're going to be checking out the top 5 best cameras that are available on the market for their true quality. I made this list based on my personal opinion and hours of research and have listed them based on popularity, quality, price, durability, user opinions, and more. If you want to see more information and the updated price, you can check out the description below. And also, make sure to subscribe for more reviews. Okay, so let's get started with the video. Starting at number 5, we have the Nikon Z6 full-frame mirrorless stills/video camera. The Nikon Z6 III is one of the best full-frame mirrorless cameras we've tested. It's a fantastic hybrid camera, featuring a unique, partially stacked sensor that delivers excellent image quality and reduced rolling shutter distortion. The camera can pretty much do it all. An effective autofocus system and blistering burst shooting modes are great for action photography, while advanced video specs like internal RAW recording, 4K at up to 120 FPS, albeit with a crop, and 10-bit 2:2 log shooting make it an amazing choice for video work. That's not even mentioning its excellent build quality, fantastic ergonomics and high-res viewfinder, and effective in-body image stabilization, IBIS. That said, if you'd prefer to buy into a system with a more established lens ecosystem, you can't go wrong with an alternative like the Sony Alpha 7 IV. Sony's E-mount has a very wide range of native and third-party lenses to choose from, though the camera falls behind the Nikon in burst rate and doesn't support RAW video recording. The Canon EOS R6 Mark II is also right up there as far as hybrid cameras go. Moving on at number 4, we have the Panasonic LUMIX GH7 mirrorless micro four thirds camera. If you're looking for an advanced video camera, the Panasonic LUMIX GH7 is among the best we've tested for advanced videographers and filmmakers. This micro four thirds camera is chock full of useful features for video shooters, from design elements like a built-in fan to prevent overheating, tally lights, a tilting/fully articulating screen, and a CF Express card slot to support more demanding video formats. Beyond that, it can capture 5.8K open gate video, 4K at up to 120 FPS, 108 OP at up to 300 FPS, and it supports internal ProRes RAW, internal 10-bit 2:2, and vlog recording. All in all, it's a video powerhouse. Of course, not everyone needs all of those advanced features. If you don't need RAW video recording and you're fine settling for 4K at up to 60 FPS, the Panasonic LUMIX S5 II offers incredible value for its price. It's a cheaper body than the GH7, and it uses a full-frame sensor, giving you a leg up in low-light settings. Still, its full-frame lenses will be larger and more expensive, so there's a trade-off. At number 3, we have the Fujifilm X-T5 mirrorless digital camera body. If you prefer the portability of an APS-C sensor, the Fujifilm X-T5 is one of the best crop sensor cameras we've tested. Its dedicated exposure dials evoke the feel and handling of classic SLR cameras and make it easy to adjust settings on the go, so it's a good fit for street photography. The camera's also weather-sealed and has in-body image stabilization to help you shoot more stable handheld shots at slower shutter speeds. Its 3-way tilting screen is also incredibly versatile for shooting at different angles. However, this camera's real selling point is its 40.2 megapixel sensor, the highest resolution APS-C sensor on the market, which captures incredibly detailed images with plenty of leeway to crop. Film simulation profiles also make it easy to change the look of your images in camera, and this model boasts some impressive video specs to boot. Overall, this is an excellent choice if you're looking for something cheaper and more portable than the Nikon Z6 III. Pros and hybrid shooters should also consider the Fujifilm X-H2 or Fujifilm X-H2S. At number 2, we have the Sony Alpha 6700 APS-C interchangeable lens camera. The Sony Alpha 6700 is one of the best all-around mid-range cameras. This hybrid model is part of Sony's E-mount ecosystem, which includes a wide range of native and third-party lens options. The camera's relatively portable body makes it easy to take wherever you go, and its built-in stabilization makes it a good option for video work and handheld shooting. Plus, it has one of the best autofocus systems on the market, which is great for fast subjects like wildlife and sports, and it's one of the few cameras in its class that can capture 4K video at 120 FPS. The Fujifilm X-S20 is another great option at this price point. It has a few features that the Sony lacks, like 6.2K recording and external RAW video output, but its AF system isn't quite as reliable, and 4K recording maxes out at 60 FPS. Ergonomically, some people may prefer its centered viewfinder over the offset EVF on the Alpha 6700, but that comes down to personal preference. And finally, at number 1 we have the Canon EOS R10 Content Creator Kit. The Canon EOS R10 is one of the best entry-level cameras we've tested, offering a ton of value for its price. Though it lacks some of the high-end features found on the Sony Alpha 6700, like in-body image stabilization, IBIS, and weather sealing, it's a very well-rounded camera. Its APS-C sensor captures excellent image quality for its class, and the camera has a highly effective autofocus system and quick burst shooting. All that, plus an intuitive user interface and controls, make it one of the best mirrorless cameras for beginners. Though its video features are somewhat limited, with heavily cropped 4K 60 FPS recording and significant rolling shutter distortion, it still offers a wide range of frame rate options and can even record 10-bit 2:2 video internally in its HDR PQ mode. If you want slightly more advanced video features, including 10-bit log recording, the Nikon Z52 is an excellent alternative. It performs similarly overall, with great ergonomics and image quality, though its autofocus isn't quite as consistent as the Canon's, and it has a shorter battery life. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked this video. If this video was helpful to you, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions related to this product, you can leave a comment down below. I will get back to you as soon as possible.